The Where's My 40 Acres podcast is recorded in front of a ratchet studio audience.
Wow.
You said that a nigga always comes back when he thinks that you're good. And look, I'm good. Bitch, I said Malibu.
And I thought you said you didn't want him back.
Bitch, of course I want my man back. What the fuck? I was lying.
The whole point of saying Malibu is to not lie.
Well, at the time I thought I was not lying.
Malibu? You stupid.
Malibu? Shut the fuck up.
Yo, what is up, everybody? You are listening to the Where's My 40 Acres podcast, reviewing and recapping, and we're doing Insecure because we really should have did Insecure season 1 before we did Atlanta, but Atlanta was so good that we wanted to do the same thing with the Insecure series. So here the fuck we are. And because we're nice, this is free for right now. But if these things get too goddamn good, I might have to put them behind a paywall because we got to pay for these servers. We got to pay for this podcast. And yeah, I want to be rich like Issa. So y'all make me rich like Issa, dog. She out here winning right now. This woman don't never fucking sleep, yo. Issa does like 7 projects a year. She's got a fucking podcast. She's got the show, which came back really fast. They did these episodes really quick. The turnaround was insane.
Because I remember her saying like we were shooting in like May or June, and then like and then it just like started in like a month or two later. It's like, oh, we finished shooting. Insecure is gonna be out at like the end of July. I was like, well, goddamn, that's some quick ass turnaround. Like I was like, I swore y'all just said y'all was shooting. I was looking forward to come out in the fall.
But then when
it's
crazy,
came out in the summer, I was like, man, they put some work in. Like it's like they shot in like a month. All the scenes in like a month.
Their work is fucking work on this shit. And she was doing a web series at the time as well. Still, like that shit is insane. She is one of the hardest working black women in Hollywood, or hardest working women, period, in Hollywood. I mean, creator of a show, writer for the show, director with the show, executive producer of the show, along with Larry Wilmore. Like, yo, it's a lot. So what's up to season 2 of Insecure? We're back. And this shit, it seems like it picks up a couple of months later. I'm not sure exactly how many months later.
I don't even think it was that long.
I don't know. It just seems like it was like a couple weeks later.
No, she said when she was talking to Molly, she made a statement about how she's been for the last few months, a couple of months. And I feel like it should be weeks, but they keep talking about this shit like it's been over like a longer period of time. Maybe it is weeks. But when she was talking to Molly, I think Molly asked her like, you know, how she'd been the last couple of months. Or Issa said the last couple of months have been okay. I've been fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, did y'all break up? Is this really months ago?
I don't feel like it.
I don't feel like it just because, you know, like this stuff that they're like, even when they talk about like mail and stuff for season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, on that, it just feels like this happened weeks ago.
I feel like it's a couple weeks. Even the friends are not like, you need to, like, look, it's been a while, girl. You need to get over it. They all acting like, oh, shit, it just happened. Even Lawrence's boy was like, yay, man, you've been here for a while. By the time you maybe start.
Well, no, the friends actually in the later episodes when they're talking to her, they're like, we thought you knew that he was dating another chick.
Mm-hmm.
As if it has been common knowledge for a while, and she's had her head in the ground like an ostrich.
I mean, he did like fuck girl that night,
right? But he wasn't exclusive with her.
It wasn't like he waited like 3-4 months. I mean, 3-4 weeks before he got with her.
It wasn't. But even his homeboy talking to him was like, "You pretty much got a pattern down with this girl. You fuck her from Friday to Sunday afternoon, and then you get home." You know, just in time Sunday to blow your bed up and go to sleep, getting ready for work for the week.
Yes, I think we can say it's probably about a month or 2.
Then there you what the so we back. So we back.
Yeah,
what I was saying.
When you put it all together, I was like, yeah, it's a month or 2. That's what it sounds like.
So the name of this episode is hella great, and this whole season is hella. Last whole season was as fuck. If you go pay attention to the titles, this episode was directed by Melina Masukos, and is written by Issa. And flat out, this season kind of makes the whole Team Issa, Team Lauren shit. This episode, the opening of this episode, or the way this episode ends, makes all that shit null and void. Like, both of these people are insecure, confused, and fucked up at this point. I don't know how you can be Team anybody. Matter of fact, somebody said they was Team Tasha. I'm Team Tasha. Like, that's where I am. She's the only one that seems to have some genuine sense.
Keyword genuine.
Yeah. So, but we'll get there.
Yeah, if it had to come down to a team, I would be Team Tasha too, because she's genuinely like that, man. Even though she got someone caught in this crossfire of fuckery, but
yeah. So here's my question, and this is maybe just something I picked up on, but I never saw anybody really talking about this. The episode opens up with Issa like she's sitting down with Lawrence, and they're having a conversation at a bar, and basically Lawrence is like, I understand why you did what you did, and I feel like we should just move on and get back together. And what got me about that scene was that this was Issa's fantasy. And in her fantasy, Lawrence isn't really like, I don't know. I don't remember if he said he forgave her or not, but there's no real like apology from her to him in it.
No, it's not.
He just understands why she cheated.
And they were going to move forward, you know.
Yeah, but everything's cool now, which is from her perspective, which seemed in her mind that she feels her cheating is justified and that he was responsible partly for her cheating, and that in her mind she hopes he can understand that. Like, that's the outcome she was daydreaming about, not her saying, I was wrong, I shouldn't have cheated, we had issues, you had stuff going on, but me cheating, you know, is wrong, and him going, I forgive you for cheating, you know.
You don't daydream about realistic shit.
I know.
You're supposed to daydream about hey girl, nothing happened.
I just thought it was interesting, right?
I never really got even the fact of Issa, just like what you said, 100%, you know, is like remorseful for what she did.
Right.
Because like what she keeps talking about, I want to get him back, and it's kind of like, but I mean, what are you really doing to get? I mean, you haven't really like humbled yourself, you know what I'm saying? So
no, and he said, I understand why you did what you did now, and I'm like, wait, huh? Because cheating, I mean, forgiveness for people cheating is up to the person who's been cheated on, you know.
Right.
I just thought it was funny that when she daydreams about him wanting to take her back or them getting back together, that even in her daydream, she feels justified, even though she knows what she did is fucked up. Like, later on, Molly was like, you know, Issa's not a cheater in a later episode. And I'm like, but she is, though.
Right.
Right?
Like, she cheated. Like, she really, on the episode, she was like, she did cheat, like, kind of brushes it aside. Like,
she cheated, but she's not a cheater.
She said she's not. She's cheated, but she's not a cheater.
And it's like, no, bitch.
But who are you to decide that, right? Besides her best friend. But that's a later episode. So I thought that just the way they opened up the season that way was interesting. And of course, that transitioned really into the reality of her on the dating scene, because she's using Tinder. Lord bless her heart, she's using Tinder to find love out here.
Well, I mean, you know, 2017, that is what people do.
I thought Tinder was the unsafe one, though.
Scene is like, I don't know what the dating scene is like. So.
No, I thought Tinder was the one that you wanted to like be wary of using.
I mean, honestly,
But sometimes if you just want to bug.
From all of them. So, I mean, it's that just because it's Tinder, but I mean, I know people that met people off Tinder and
They're married
now.
They're married now.
We don't know nothing about that. We were dating before all this.
Y'all
long time.
People.
We lost.
Time.
A single people. That's why a lot of the single stuff I'd be laughing. I was like, yeah, that's true. But yeah, like, you can find fuck niggas anywhere. No matter what dating site. Even eHarmony. My homegirl had found plenty of fuck niggas on Christian Mingle. So I mean, it does not matter.
Christian Mingle never sounded safe to me anyway. But back to the point, Issa is actually on dates with people. And the whole intro, the whole opening to the episode is basically her in her mind, what she's saying on the dates. And I like the way they did it because at a certain point, it was hard to tell if this is really the stuff that she was saying to these guys on these dates. And they were just so fucking stupid that they didn't catch her satire and her sarcasm. But you realize that that's, of course, in her mind and that she's not actually saying these things to them. When it cuts to her, the guy asking her a question and her giving a very reality Issa response and then knocking a drink over it. Like, that was so Issa. It was like, okay, this is what's really happening on these dates. They're just clusterfucks of her struggling on the dating scene to get back into it after being with him for 5 years or whatever, however long she was with Lawrence. But I like the little rap that she did and the stuff that she was saying to them. Like, I'll give you a tip, check nigga, you better run. Or get out. Like she's rapping a lot more this season. Like she clearly got the memo that people love those scenes.
I like the scenes when she raps.
She's on
funny.
It. And
especially when she's just caught in the middle of like mid rap.
Mm-hmm. Like they get to her situation and her talking to Molly and she's trying to convince Molly that nah, yo, I'm cool. Like I'm over Lawrence, girl. I ain't trying to get back with him. And Molly's like, okay, girl, I see you strong now.
And a lot of, so I think we talked about, not on this show, but on something previously about, we talked about Erykah Badu's song Green Eyes and like the steps of, after a breakup. So right now she's in denial because that's like the first phase, denial of feeling. Like it's just grade A right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so they move on and they show you that she's doing like the new program at work where she's going to reach out to, I guess, I don't want to say like needy schools, but schools that have a lot more issues going on, like overcrowding, underfunding, to do this. I guess it's like an after school program where they like tutor the kids and work with them on the curriculums or whatnot and get them the help that they might need to be successful in high school.
Yeah. A program like that, you usually go into the school and you kind of use the school as a site saying, hey, you help us with this and then we'll bring our own stuff, like to basically help you out. So like, instead of us trying to have a location that we have kids come there, we're going to use your school as a location. And then you work with us and making sure bringing kids in and all that stuff. So it's kind of like we help each other out.
Yeah. And they're struggling. She's with her friend, her little her white sidekick at work. I cannot remember that girl's name. I never remember that girl's name. But I
don't know what her name is at all.
She gets it sometimes, but not all the time. And in this school, she definitely is having a hard time getting it. They're not getting any response from the kids in these classrooms. And even the teacher is pretty much useless because due to the overcrowding, they've got art teachers teaching geometry. God bless
like, I gotta go study chapters 1 through 6.
No. She said, I gotta go study up on chapter 6 and 1 through 5.
Yeah, and 1 through 5, yeah.
And the white girl said, wow, that's a lot. That is a lot of work, though.
A lot of work.
No shit. They cut to Molly, and Molly seems to be doing good at work. I gotta get y'all's opinion though. What the fuck do y'all think about Molly's psychiatrist, dog?
But the black lady?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What
like, is not seem trustworthy?
Is she helpful?
No, she doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Which is
the first episode is see, like I said, see, like when Molly was talking, Molly was really on a surface level of talking about stuff, and the issues were deeper. And if you got somebody who's on a surface level and you kind of acknowledge them that they're on a surface level and they don't want to do nothing about it, you just, all right, we'll stay here. Because I can't force you to go down deeper.
Okay.
Because if I force you can say, oh, we need to go deep, we need to start doing this, and then that person just never comes back.
I feel you.
Then you just sitting there, you ain't got nobody to talk to.
But this was the episode where she said, since you're not willing to be open yet, how about we switch seats and I tell you my problems?
Yeah.
No. Because Molly,
I mean, everybody has their own style, but that was her basically saying, like, you gonna keep coming here and you're never gonna get past this surface level, then you're basically wasting time.
It was funny because Molly was like, I ain't trying to open up to her girl, tell her all my business. But this is like her third therapist.
Yeah. And it's probably not her first time coming to that therapist. If a therapist says that, that's not your first time coming there. Mm-hmm. We'll get through we're going to get to know each other and all that stuff. But you get to a point where we're still on the surface level. We are still coming in and talking about the same exact things.
Yeah, your job. Like, but what's going on with your brother?
Not the same issues. You tell me this little bit, and I know there's something deeper, but you never go there.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. That make a lot more sense. Because at first I was like, she doesn't seem helpful, but she got a lot of books.
Wow.
Yeah.
She do got a lot of books, though. Like, I'm really dig her office.
Because you'll tell people like that, like, if you're sitting like that, you'll be like, I mean, if you want to keep coming here, and I have people like, you want to keep coming here, and you just need somebody that you feel like you can throw something out to, but you already know all the answers, that's fine. We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will sit here and give you and yeah. But if you really want to make a change, we gotta do something different.
Okay. I mean, and let's continue with so then I was gonna say we continue with Molly, but we'll come back to her. They cut over and they show us what's going on with Lawrence, and he is digging out Tasha, opening scene. They are continuing the fucking from the end of last season into this season. Ain't shit changed but the bedroom. I mean, if you gonna get with Tasha, you might as well get with all the way.
Yeah, she called him
Zaddy. She called him Zaddy.
No, Zaddy.
Zaddy. He said, "Can I call you Zami?" And she said, "That don't even sound right."
That was corny. That was you done busted. You done bust a nut. Now you can't think of nothing.
Right?
Can I call you Zami? Like,
shout out to her. Shout out to her nipple rings though. They put them on blast. Front nipple ring in it. Her Zaddy. And he definitely did the whole fucking time to go shit. Like he Don Drapered her on Back Home, and she realizes it, and she genuinely is into him. He genuinely is fucking confused about what he wants to do, but he also can't be alone. Right? He's still going through sad nigga syndrome right now.
Of course.
Yeah. And I like when they transition that into the scene of him at his boy's house, and his boy's this fucking show with Regina Hall, this slave show, which I think is titled Due North. I think that's the name of the show.
Is that a real show?
No, it's not a real show. Not a real show. No damn slave house slave mammy who she caught reading. And she said now
because we watched it. Remember I guess
her master's name is Massa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, as soon as I saw it, I was like, they're gonna run this fake show throughout the entire season. We're gonna see episodes. We're gonna see parts of episodes.
Her master's name is Massa. Okay, like that's her actual last name. and her name is Ninny. And she was like, Ninny? Now, what is that, a book? That better be a cookbook. And I was like, but you still gotta read a cookbook.
Yeah, I'll let you can't read the cookbook, though.
You still gotta read a cookbook.
You can't read the cookbook.
Cookbooks don't just come with pictures. You gotta read.
That's still like I said that's still reading though. Like you can still get killed for that.
Not only do you have to be able to read for a cookbook, but you gotta be able to do math and shit too. Like it's a more advanced type of book.
I just will. I really want. I can't wait till the end of the season just to see because I know they got to go through this every episode. I just want to see it, and I kind of want them to put out something because they know they record all these things. I want to see if they had a story. I want to see the full story arc between Massa and Ninny.
Yeah. So so the show is called Due North, and let's see. They said when we first sat down, we wrote 13 full episodes. Says Natasha Rothwell, one of the two Insecure writers tasked with developing the show within a show.
I love when shows do that though, man. It's so great.
In the coming episodes, you'll see Insecure, the show, progress, but you'll also see Due North, the show within the show, progress, which it is in episode 1 and 2. Let's see. And they said by the time they reached the table reads, they wrote the characters' reactions to the show, but not the show itself. When those character reactions killed, Chad shouts, "Oh, bitch, let the bitch read." That shit was great when that nigga said that. Oh, bitch, let the bitch read.
That dude is great, man. Like, you can't be like you can't be that much of a nigga and that refined at the same time. Like, I feel like you put that nigga in front of white people, he'd be great. All of them would love him. But he's still a straight nigga and I love it.
Well, he's like Molly. You know, black people love Molly. White people love Molly. He's like that, only he is completely fucking untrustworthy. I wouldn't trust that nigga around nothing with a pussy. Nothing. Okay? He's unfucking trust. Like, you'll never be able to read his actual, like, a drive to do anything. But, so you had this Due North, and I love it because when we first see it, he's watching it. And he's trying to watch it, but Lawrence is blowing up in this bed. And
like, nigga,
his name is Chad.
Being loud and like he's sitting there watching the judge. You just gonna be loud as shit.
Because Lawrence ain't paying attention to nobody but his own feelings. So to get him back, you said his name is Chad.
Mm-hmm.
So to get him back, Chad is like, found an apartment yet? He's like, I've been looking at some prospects. He said, cool. So you just gonna move back in with old girl? And that's when he cut the shit off, got all sensitive and shit. Nigga, I'm just fucking with you. I see you got a game plan now. No, I like it, nigga. You pimping. You know, you roll in there on Fridays, roll out early on Sundays.
Yeah.
You know, drama free, nigga. He said, no pressure, no pressure. I see you. And Lawrence is like, I ain't doing that. He said, man, you don't even take the bitch out. You know how much money I spent on Lena? And Lawrence started thinking about it. He's like, damn, I really am like kind of dirty dogging her with this fake ass relationship.
Mm.
And then they cut to Issa, and she is also watching Due North. But in this scene of Due North, Ninny is putting poison in Massa's tea while Massa is on the telephone or some shit. This show is fucking ridiculous. But it's every bit of fucking awesome. And the whole episode is like Issa trying to figure out how to get Lawrence back.
Because remember Molly said something along the lines of he only wants you if you doing well or something.
You know niggas want you as soon as you doing well and shit. Yep. And that's when she gets the idea. Let me throw this. Basically, I'm gonna throw a singles party so we can bring a bunch of people there so I get my friends there. But it's really a party. But I'm really gonna invite Lawrence over so he can see like, oh, I'm partying, I'm having a good time, I'm living my life.
A singles plus one party, which I've never heard of, but I guess okay.
I've heard a singles party where you're single, everybody brings another single person, and then everybody just mingles.
Wouldn't that make y'all a couple though? If you bring somebody with you to the party.
I mean, because you bringing the single, you're not bringing them as a date. You're bringing them to the party so they can mix and stuff like that, so people can.
But logistically speaking, y'all are still a couple.
Oh my god!
Coming to the singles party. So, I'm just saying. Numbers don't lie, nigga. People lie, numbers don't. So, but that doesn't go well. We can actually jump right into that. That doesn't go well at all. She brings her friends over, and her fucking brother is fucking Amanda Seales' husband. I swear to God, you cannot tell me they not fucking.
Yeah. Because those eyes they were giving each other, I was like, wow.
And why he don't like Kelly at all? Like at all?
Something happened. You just know, like you waiting for the story. Something happened.
My nigga said, "Look at you." My nigga said, "Look at you over there with your shirt." Or some shit like he sucked up to Amanda, like they like best friends, even though you know her husband and him is fucking or have fucked before. Yeah. And then he turned to Kelly and he just like, look at you with your pants, with your jacket, with your shirt.
Yeah. Having their little wind down. Like how Issa said that was inspiration from when they really used to do that. Used to have their wind down.
In college, yeah. And that was after Molly found out, because Molly
that's still sophisticated, because like we had wine down.
We had wine down.
Yeah, liquor,
vanilla cognac down.
Or something. Yeah.
Wine in college? Hell no.
I mean, but their wine did come in like a moonshine bottle. Like,
girl, she said she was bringing 2 boxes, 2 bottles. But yeah, Molly was into doing the party because her new issues now at work are compensation for the amount of work she's doing and equivocal pay scaling based on gender.
That was a nice check, man. That was
nigga, $6,991.
Nigga, like my girl was like, "Is that a 2-week check?"
No,
I don't care if it's a 2-week or a month check. I'll take it.
No, that's a 2-week check.
I know, but I where my finances is at. If it was a month check, I still take the job. like get that shit to me.
What I thought was interesting about that scene was they never show us what she makes. They just show us her reaction to seeing the size of Travis's check.
Right.
And the fact that you can tell by her face, and this is just good directing and good acting, you can tell by her face that Travis makes more money than her. She didn't even have to say it in that scene. Even though she says it a scene later to Issa, or like she didn't have to say it when you saw the check. You knew what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to whoever that girl is that was supposed to be her receptionist. I feel like she got one of the receptionists. Can I come in? The phone
she could not read any type of facial expressions.
Bruh, like, the phone was on speakerphone. How you can't read facial
expressions through a clear door? Like, I can't do this.
Twan, the phone was on speakerphone. Loud as hell conversation going on. And she goes, "I thought you were on a call." And Molly points to the phone like, "You don't hear these motherfuckers on this conference call right now?"
I mean, it took her forever to just come in the door. Like, she was staring there like, bitch, come in. Like, look at my eyes. Come on, walk in.
Can I come in?
Don't walk in loud. Just walk in.
Can I come
on.
Can I come? Come in.
I'm like, Molly's looking at her like, it's glass, girl. I can see you. Like, what she acted like she was knocking on the door and peeking through the side like it's a glass door.
And to make matters worse, yes, Molly got some new information, but the only reason she even got the fucking information is because her goddamn receptionist is a twit. She brought her the wrong check.
Hey, you can't be fucking up the paychecks. You gotta get something right. You
I feel like that's a legal thing. Like, I feel like you have to go to HR after giving somebody the wrong check. Like giving somebody else's check.
I also feel like it's high tech we are now. You can get some goddamn I mean, maybe just check stub or something.
I get why they did this scene, but like, you're right. Everything we do.
I got direct, like, you can get direct deposit from McDonald's.
No, it's not even just direct deposit. Everything at these larger companies like this now is handled via some type of like content manager.
I don't get pay stubs. I don't get pay stubs at all. Like,
I mean, you can always look up your pay stub at my job, but it'll be in a PDF file or a
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like all that stuff is on some online site that you can go pull everything up.
Yeah, It ain't nobody about this. Ain't nobody about to waste paper to send you a check to go cash in person. That nobody goes and cash checks in person, except old people and old black people who move really old and black when they're in line.
Yes.
Yeah. So Molly was mad about that, which is why she was cool with having to wind down anyway. And fucking wind down turns into a fucking blood party. And
Funniest ever.
Yeah, first of all, do not let Kelly choose the friends that come to the party, because she's gonna pick the most underage, gang related kids to come party in your house. When one of them fools answered the door and said, "Uh-oh, y'all, we got bumpany," I damn near fell out my seat.
No, I love that dude. Just put it in there, man. Like everything. Nigga, what's up with that vouch?
Oh my god. This nigga said, "Yo, y'all, we got bumpany." I was like, "Nigga, come on."
They say it just flows so well when
it did, like, I like when he was when he was dancing. She was like,
"Is that choreographed? Is that choreography? Is that choreography?" My nigga actually cleaned his shoes off.
It puts that image in your mind of a bunch of thug ass nigga. All right, nigga, come on, nigga, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's get it. Let's get like, no, nigga, you fucking up. You fucking up.
West side, nigga, west side.
You cross your leg on the 6, bring it back on the 7, throw the Crip Killer sign on the 8, nigga. That's what you gotta do.
1, 2, dip, twist. 1, 2, dip, twist. Dip, twist, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, dip, twist. Get the Crip right, nigga. 1, 2. Top toe, bottom toe.
I'm not even mad at her for having that thought, because my ass done had that thought.
I've had the same thought.
When it comes to those dances and those complicated ass handshakes, when them niggas be like finger touching with each other, I like that's a lot. That's a lot of practice.
What was it? Crumping? I've always wondered, is that choreographed? Like when motherfuckers was like, we in a crump group, I was like, wait, so y'all all crump at the same time in the same space? How does that work? Y'all don't bump into each other? Y'all don't crump into each other?
See, y'all don't crump into each other.
Brandon.
Is it crumping? Crunking? What is it?
Crunking.
Well, crumping, yeah, like crumping is a dance style.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's crazy. So many dance styles. I don't understand.
Yeah, crumping is a legitimate dance style.
And then there's crunking, which is climbing telephone poles and then jumping off like a gorilla, right?
Okay.
If that's what you wanted to be. Back to the show.
Oh my god.
So there's that. This whatever Chris Brown did to that dude's face, they ended up getting him shot to stop the yard.
That was crumping.
It wasn't crunking?
That was crumping.
Did he crump into a crump?
Bye.
All right. All right. So somehow the trash can ends up catching on fire.
Is that before the homeboy says you booed?
That was after homeboy told the woman who came upstairs,
Kelly, you booed,
who said, "Hey, we got kids," and she said, "Can y'all turn it down?" And he said, "Bitch, I got kids too. Turn up." And she left in her mammy gown. And then they turn around and the trash can was on fire. And notice ain't none of them niggas stay to help. That little small ass trash can fire, they all ran out the door like the whole apartment was on fire.
They pieced out.
They pieced all the way the fuck out. And it was funny because, they brought in the weed and stuff and they said they had it for, what did that nigga say he had marijuana for when she asked him if he had any? I can't remember if he had a full prescription or some shit. And they in there just smoking. Even the bougie Amanda Seals carried in there just smoking the hell out of it.
Yeah, she was like, "You got weed?" And stuff. He said, "Yeah, I got my prescription and everything."
Got my prescription. And this is outside on the balcony because Molly saw Issa get up and leave. She looked upset. And of course, Issa wasn't thinking when she was talking to her. And she just straight up said, Lawrence didn't come. And Molly was like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Well, I threw this party for him. And I feel like at this point, Molly should know when Issa is doing some shit for Lawrence. Because this ain't the first time Issa done did no shit like this. This is Issa's MO. This is what she do. She takes suggestions and turns them into bad ideas. That was Molly saying that to her should have never manifested into what Issa turned it into, but that is how Issa works.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just crazy, and in the process, she damaged her apartment and she ain't getting her security deposit back. So nothing worked out for her fucking around waiting on Lawrence to show up to get his jury duty mail, which she rapped about downstairs, which was one of the best scenes in this episode because that woman literally was talking to her from inside of a dark house with the screen door open. I'm curious to know who wrote that. I feel like Larry Wilmore wrote that, but I also feel like Issa might have wrote that shit because that is some classic black television shit.
Now, who's Larry? What's his last name?
Wilmore. He was he used to host the The Daily Show?
Mm-hmm.
The new Daily Show before he was too black on it. After Jon Stewart, I believe it went away after that. And then he started doing this with her. But he was a comedian for a while, and then that was pretty big for him to get the Daily Show after Jon Stewart left, but then that didn't work out. So sadly.
Wow.
I think it was the Daily Show. I'm probably wrong. It was one of them late night shows on Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but he helps her write this show. That was one of the big pushes for this that people were excited about when they saw who was involved with this project. When they saw he was, it was like, okay, this is definitely going to be good because he does woke shit.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, now I'm reading he serves as executive producer for Blackish.
He might.
That's what they got for Wikipedia.
He might. Yeah, he probably does. He's a funny dude and he's a good writer.
Okay. That's what's up. I'm trying to think, did we miss anything from the first episode?
Did I hit the right button? Okay, so what else do we miss?
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that pretty much.
I mean, before we get to the end scene,
obvious.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the end scene yet. So before we get to that, I want to make sure we cover everything that happened. There was her freestyle in the bathroom. There was the freestyle over here. You gonna get this mail.
Yes, yeah, with the different outfits and
There was her looking through Tinder dudes and seeing that Tinder niggas are a waste of her time. And then Molly tried to, I guess they went back to the school and they thought they would bribe the kids with food and shit. And them little niggas ended up stealing food from them and running out.
They should have known better.
She should have known. At least she should have known better. Come on now.
Yeah.
And then she went home that night and she's feeling all fucking sad. And Lawrence shows up to get his mail. And in one of the, again, to me, it just feels, it looks too rapey. Despite the fact that she slid her own panties off and shit. Like his force behind this, his unnecessary dry hump love.
It felt too rapey for you.
I was like, but why? And he just came from a date with Tasha because they was out eating sushi or some shit and they ended up getting some popcorn shrimp.
Uh-huh.
When she was talking about, was this the one where she talked about her mom and them damn pie crust? Or was that the next episode where she was like, I think that's the next episode.
No, that was next episode with the cookout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was next episode. I mean, it was forceful, but yeah.
Notice I'm not saying rape. I'm just saying rapey. I'm not saying rape. I'm saying rapey. like pushing her down on the couch.
Clearly, it wasn't rape. Yeah, but it was
shit.
just rape. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It just, and it, you know, it was just like, I know it was supposed to be passionate, but I was just kind of like, oh, well, that happened. Which is the same look he had on his face.
Awkward too.
That was the same look he had on his face. Oh, well, that just happened. Okay, gotta go now.
It was very awkward. Like it happened quickly, and then he was like,
yeah,
I'll holler at you later.
And then she had this little smirk at the end, like, I still got him. He's still into me.
And it's like, no, boo-boo.
And this is the point where I don't see how you could be Team Issa or Team Lawrence. Like, she's confused and she's not able to move on. He's not able to move on, and now he's just doing shitty things. Like fucking two girls at the same time, sending mixed ass fuck boy signals. And just misleading people. He need to get his shit together. Now he is being childish as fuck and immature. Like, you sleeping on another man's floor.
Yeah.
You staying at a girl house on the weekend. You using her for booty. You going to your old girl house to collect mail and giving her dick. Like, you're just in a weird fucking place, sir. You need to get yourself together. Grow the fuck up. Stop acting like a little bitch.
Right. Make a decision.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what he does next episode. Or we'll talk about what he does next episode.
But for like the beginning, you know, of the season, you know, how starting off, it was a really good episode.
No, it was a good ass episode. I loved it. I'm glad to see the show is back, and yeah, I'm ready to keep the party going until September 10th. It seems, when the last episode will air. So
wow, that'll be here before you know what.
You know it. So right now the show is hella awesome. I'm hella into it, and we're gonna do hella more recaps. So we'll hella holla at y'all later. This has been the HellaWhereMy40acres.com podcast. You can find hella episodes that we do, hella other recaps, hella interesting things that we talk about. We're hella ratchet, hella all the time. So we'll holla at y'all next time. Peace.